WCB Podcast, your source for all things Chicago Blackhawks and everything hockey. With your host, Jarom and Tanner. Let's do it. Jarom and Tanner.
All right, it's another edition of the WCB Podcast. It's Jarom, it's Tanner. What's up, bud?
Nothing, just now it's draft. Let's get, when's the draft? Get it going.
We are a month and a half away from the draft, so a little bit of time, which gives us plenty of time to
speculate
and go from this guy. No, it's this kid. No, it's that kid. No, we're going
to
trade
tell you.
No, it's this kid.
I'm going to tell you exactly who they're drafting. Just wait another 30 minutes, and then you'll hear right here first exactly who they're drafting.
Are we getting a Tanner Houston guarantee on this episode?
No.
No,
absolutely not.
You're not feeling confident. You're telling us who they're going to draft, but you're not feeling confident to give your guarantee on it.
Yeah, dude. No fucking way. I'm not confident in anything. I feel like the whole thing is so up in the air of like, it's dependent on like whoever goes 1 and 2.
Dude, there are so many factors going on right now. But before we get into that, we're just a little over a week past the draft lottery. We recorded while the draft lottery happened. We know what happened. We know the Islanders are first, Sharks are second, Hawks dropped down to third. Now that you've had a week to sit on it, how are you feeling about the Hawks dropping?
Oh, I don't care. I feel like the Hawks could possibly trade back if they want to. And I feel like there's other times where people are like, oh, the Hawks could trade up. And I'm like, yeah, I can see that too. Fuck, I don't know.
Trade back and trade up?
No, either.
I'm saying they could.
Oh,
they have two first.
Yeah, that's true. The situations where people brought up the fact that if the Islanders really wanted to take Hagens, they could make a move and acquire another first or another second or something like that. It's yeah, or they could just take him fucking first overall.
Hagens is going to be a New York Islander.
I think so.
And the second that I was the day after the draft lottery, and I was kind of in my morning period of Misa's not going to be a Blackhawk. And then you brought it up about how, oh no, Hagens might go to the Islanders. And I was like, And then I got looking at Reddit a little bit and seeing posts, and people are like, hometown kid, grew up on the island, literally in the middle of the island. You can't get any more center than where Hagens grew up on the island. You brought up the great point of what a redemption story for the Islanders to take a hometown kid after losing Tavares to his hometown. You already seen pictures of Hagens in his Islander jersey as a little kid. The story's there. He's already talking about how much he would love to go and go home and play for the Islanders. You convinced me. Reddit's convinced me. Everybody's convinced me. Hagens is an Islander.
Yeah.
Schaefer is a Shark.
And Frondell is a Blackhawk.
Yeah. And Misa is a Blackhawk. It took a little bit longer to get there, but the Hawks are still going to get there.
Yeah, what happens if Misa goes to the Sharks, though?
So would it be Hagens and Misa gone?
Yeah.
I think then the Hawks trade back.
Maybe.
I think they talked to, who is it? 4 is Utah. And then 5 is
Nashville.
And then 6 is Boston. I think you talk to those 3 teams. Do you guys want the third? Give us your first and something else. I don't, because the Hawks don't need Schaefer.
No. But they could. But they could. That's interesting. Yeah, if we're just letting it rip with draft talk, fucking let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Man,
what else are we gonna talk about in this time of the season for the Hawks?
There wasn't anything actually, was there?
There's the little bits and pieces here, but that'll be your wrap up for Hawks talk. But let's just go. Draft talk is going to be probably a majority of Hawks talk going forward.
I mean, obviously, like, because the thing that bothers me the most right now is the fact that everybody that like wants to write an article, or everybody that's like, this is what's gonna happen. It's gonna be Schaefer. It's gonna be Misa 1 and 2. It's gonna be them. It's gonna be this. Gonna be that. Gonna be that. It's like, yeah, we've heard that story plenty of times before. Remember, it was supposed to be Bedard and Fantilli. It's going to be Bedard 1, Fantilli 2. Bedard 1, Fantilli 2. What happens when draft day comes along? Bedard, Leo Carlson. And even before then, it's like, it's going to be Shane Wright 1, and maybe Slafkovsky, maybe Logan Cooley, but Shane Wright's number 1. What happens? Slafkovsky goes 1. And then Simon Nemec goes 2. Logan Cooley goes 3, and Shane Wright goes 4. It's like, it's not going to happen this way every single time when people like are trying to like, it's 1 and 2, these guys 1 and 2, 1 and 2. It's like,
it's rare.
Yeah, especially when it's like the draft doesn't have a clear-cut number 1. It's extremely rare, or it's more rare recently that like that's exactly how it happens.
Yeah, I mean, especially now, like, there's so much parity in hockey, and the kids are getting so fucking good.
Yep.
That it's just I don't think anybody can really put out there who is, like Bedard was an obvious one. Celebrini last year, like there's always that one, but after that it's a crapshoot. This is the first one probably since the Shane Wright year that I honestly think that you have legitimately 4 guys that have an argument. Man, 3 guys have an argument for first overall.
Yeah. I mean, even just like the top 5, like it's not even just first overall, but like just even second. Like anybody can go second. It's just like the thing that's crazy to me is the fact that like there's a lot of people still thinking that Schaefer is just so highly regarded. Like, dude, I to me, like if you haven't played since, fucking December, that's so crazy to still think that like his whole season would have been like the same as the 17 games that he played. Like everybody else played a full season. It's like, I'm sure he had a great like 17 games, but I don't know. Like, who knows if he just had a hot 17 games? Because like before the season started, like where the fuck was he ranked? Like I didn't hear about him until like the season started.
Yeah, midterm ranking he was ranked number 1, and his final ranking was number 1. So it's like I don't know where that came from all of a sudden. I mean, Misa has been as advertised, if not better. He's had a phenomenal season. Hagens has done exactly what he was expected to do as a freshman playing college hockey.
And apparently that's been not good, so he drops in the rankings, which is so weird.
Yeah, it's like I don't understand, like, truly, like, what is it? Is it the American thing? Is it, like what? Like, honestly, tell me, what is it?
I don't know. It's because he didn't win a Hobie Baker his freshman year, like Celebrini or Eichel or
like what? Yeah, like what did Schaefer do in his 17 games this season that took away from Hagens, who before the season started, everybody was saying he's the Celebrini of this draft class.
Yeah.
He's the guarantee number 1. It's his to lose, all this kind of stuff. And then he comes out and as advertised, like it does exactly what people said he was capable of doing.
He led Team USA to the fucking like juniors championship like gold medal. Like I don't understand.
He was the 1C in that too.
He was the 1C on a U20 team at 17 or 18. He had just turned 18.
And then I tell you all the time, like we talk about it, like there's that one video that does like the isolating of just like the head of the player. And it's just so like mesmerizing watching it because it's like he doesn't look down like at all. His head is just straight. the entire time looking up. It's just
It's a cool video,
dude, and he makes it look so easy, which is which is insane. So that's why it's like, I will, if he gets called first on June, whatever it is, and the Islanders take him, I will not be shocked one bit.
Hey, I wouldn't be shocked if we get him at 3.
I feel like that's where he's gonna, at the lowest I think he should fall is 3.
Yeah.
If he's not gonna go 1 to the Islanders, I don't think the Sharks take him. But who knows? But it's such a crapshoot. And the thing that I'm like starting to do more research into, like, okay, who can the Hawks be targeting? And it's a lot of centers.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing.
I mean, I'd rather have like the ability to have somebody to be able to take draws and move to the wing rather than just having a straight up winger. But like, it really doesn't matter. The Hawks just need offense. They just need forwards, like high skill forwards.
Yeah, and I agree, and I really hope that's what they do. I really hope they're drafting for need. So even if Schaefer's on the board there, that's what I'm saying. Like, if his Schaefer's on the board there, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think if you're Kyle Davidson, 3's coming up, Schaefer's on the board, you make the call to 4, 5, 6, and see if you can get something a little bit extra.
Yeah, whether it's a pick or a prospect, that would be nice. Yeah, I just like we drafted like defense first 2 out of the last 3 years, right? So first draft was Korchinski and Rinzel in the first round with Nazer. Second draft was Bedsy because that was obvious. And then Oliver Moore fell to us, which was great. And then last draft was Levshunov. And then we ended up getting Boyver and Van Acker. But like, we started each draft with defense because it's like you want to build from the back end out. I think that and I think that like with the guys that we have currently, like I think we're good and we're pretty set on the back end, but like it's just it makes me nervous the small sample size of this season for Schaefer, for everybody being so excited for him. I'm just kind of still like, is it like, I'm still hesitant to be like as excited, I guess.
I think I'm the same boat as you, and I think what you said there about us drafting defense, building our defense, having like a very solid D-core prospects there, that I'm not excited for it, or like I'm not like seeing the same thing that everybody else is seeing, because in my mind that's not what we're doing. We're not going in that direction. And it's like, I rather hit on one of these forwards being a very good top 6 player, that if as long as they like one of them develop into a top 6 role kind of thing and is a factor going forward, I'm willing to take the hit on being like, oh well, they passed on Schaefer and look at what the season. It's like, all right, you know what, that's fine, you got us on that one. But it's like, we still got a need that we needed to fill. Hopefully our back end will be filled enough to be like, okay, well, cool, we missed out on this one, but look at the 6 other guys we have currently playing for us that we drafted and developed and all that kind of stuff. Like, I just, unless there's nothing there and he is like the can't miss target and he drops to 3, I don't know. I'm not sold on it. I'm not sold on the idea of going Schaefer at 3 if it's available.
I mean, it gives the Hawks options though too to like work out a trade. Whether it is trading that draft pick or if it's just trading like one of our surplus defensemen. I just think that like if it is the Hawks that end up with Schaefer, that just means Korchinski's out.
I think so too, yeah.
Because that wouldn't make there'd be no other sense of like that, or there would be nothing else that makes sense for like a move. Because Vlasic's not going to go anywhere. Vlasic's literally like our best defenseman. And then on the right side, you got Rinzel and Levshunov. And Schaefer's just going to slot in on the left side. And if he ends up being a number 1D, like that's fine. Vlasic can easily still just eat. We'll just run like 4 fucking D every game. Like it's fine. You can throw anybody you want on that third pairing. It doesn't matter because like the top 4D are just gonna be so disgusting.
Play 24 minutes each, like just nonstop, and it's like
yeah, pretty much.
And total and completely, got to throw the disclaimer out there. Because I know some people see this, hear that, and they're like, "Oh, we're giving up on the kid already." We don't want to trade Korchinski. It's not that we want to. It wouldn't make
sense to keep him,
right? Yeah. Like it just seems if Schaefer is a Blackhawk come June, that's the logical move. I believe.
In order to acquire a forward, that would be, you'd
have to
hopefully top 6, unless you just like I said before, unless you just be like, "Hey, Korchinski, how do you feel about playing wing?"
Yeah, trying to transition over there.
Yeah,
dude. I mean, I don't know. It'd be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But
either way, like if things go with at least Schaefer or Misa going 1 or 2, both the Islanders and San Jose can use a defensive prospect, right? Mm-hmm. Like, so you would just assume it's safe to say Schaefer will go in one of those 2 spots.
Correct.
So then the other spot is just a toss up on like, do the Islanders go Hagens at 1, or do like does San Jose take Misa at 2? Do they end up going Hagens? Like, do they maybe go Martone because they've already kind of drafted down the middle a bit?
They got their skills, small skill guys in Smith and Celebrini. So it's like, do they?
And Victor Eklund.
That's right. I always forget about Victor Eklund.
Yeah, they have like some good skill. Like they're gonna need size too. I mean, the Hawks are kind of the same. So like that's one of the things where like as much as people have been shouting at the rooftops now that it's gonna be Frondel, like I could still see them going with Martone because of the size. And like if he's as skilled like in tight and as it like physical, like that's something the Hawks absolutely need. Even if his skating's not like the MO for what the Hawks do, like you don't need to build the entire team around like speedsters. Like you can have enough on all the lines to like make it effective, and then have this kid just fucking bang bodies and get to the front of the net.
Can Martone get from the defensive zone to the offensive zone? No problem.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
If he's not the one, like that's looking to drive the play up the ice because maybe it's like on Nazer's wing or something like that. Like Frank Nazer will fucking take the puck. Bedsy will take the puck. Like it doesn't need to be him to be the one that's driving the play. Like as long as he gets gets down the ice, it's a fucking dump and chase and gets to the corner and just labels somebody and then gets to the front of the net. Like you don't need to be like the most skilled skater when your style of play isn't built around that.
It's so funny. Like I know this is like not a serious comment I'm about to make, but every time people are like, "Oh, he's a big guy, but he can't really skate. His skating isn't the greatest," I just instantly think of like Doug Glatt from Goon.
Yeah,
like just slowly like drifting into front of the net, just sitting there, like kind of thing. And hell, if he could do that and he's got size and he can do everything else fine, he just can't skate. He skates like Doug Glatt. Fuck it, who cares? Put him out there, make him a power play guy only. Like,
yeah, dude,
like all you need is
everything
the size.
will be fine.
But I mean, looking at this, I mean, we're probably going to be doing. I want to do these rankings throughout as we do more research and learn more about the prospects. So it's like, let's start doing our first. What?
I'm just like watching videos like real quick too, just to see like with how much people say his skating's an issue. I'm expecting him to like not even be able to take steps forward.
Yeah.
Like it's basically that exactly what you're kind of mentioning is just like I like have him look like he's Bambi on ice basically is like what I've been expecting, because it's like his skating's such a detriment. Like he's like he can skate better than probably a majority of the people that say, or probably can skate better than a good amount of players in the NHL. And it's just like in comparison to, the top 5 picks, that's like the knock against him, which it's fine, man. Like you can always improve skating. I mean, even like Bedsy's looking to fucking improve his skating over the summer. Like it's something that can like you can get a trainer to do, work on that foot speed and shit.
Gotta suck to get better.
Yeah, what? Gotta suck to get better? So you said? Oh, I guess so.
But all right, so what I was saying, like I think I want to do these rankings, or we're gonna do our top 5 draft board for the Hawks. And basically, we're doing our versions of the rankings, and we're taking this from who we think that will be available for the Hawks at 3. So
Okay.
This is we're gonna assume you plug it in however you want, whoever you think is gonna go 1, 2, and then go from there. So for me, I'll kick it off. And for me, the number 1 guy still on my draft board is Misa. I truly 100% believe there is still a very good chance that the Blackhawks have the opportunity to draft Misa. And if he's there at 3, there should be Davidson running up to the Zoom call or however they're doing it now, since they're not doing it in one location in person. However they're doing it, he needs to be interrupting and submitting Misa for that 3rd overall pick if he's still on that board.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, because I think that he just seems like a very dynamic player that the Hawks could easily use, especially someone that has spent time at center and left wing this season. I think it was really funny that like somewhere I had seen somebody was like, oh, Misa's stats were only as good because he played with that Zane Parrott kid. And it's like, okay, but do you realize, like, is it because like he's also good? Because like, did you do realize that like other NHL players are also really good?
Yeah, like I don't understand that argument. Like, oh, so and so X is only good because they play with Y. Like,
so you don't think that they'll have another guy like that when they make the jump? Like, what do you?
When you're playing with the best of the best, you're gonna tend to play with really good people around you.
Yeah, like you would. He might even do better. Like it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's such a dumb argument. Like, oh well, DeBrincat was only good because he played with McDavid and this and that. Yeah, like no, dude, the kid is really good and he took advantage of the situation that he was put in.
Yeah. And the good thing, I mean, Misa's also just he's been really fucking good. Like for a long time. I think he was granted, wasn't he granted like exceptional status and like was able to be drafted like early?
I want to say he does. That does sound familiar.
And I mean, his first season in the OHL, he had 56 points in 45 games. And then last year, 75 and 67. And this year, he just fucking smacked the door open, 134 points in 65 games. But also, Hockey Canada is like, yeah, you're not good enough for World Juniors, which is fucking insane.
Yeah, he was granted exceptional status by Hockey Canada in 2022, allowing him to play in the Ontario Hockey League at the age of 15. Just the eighth player to receive that status, joining players like Connor McDavid and John Tavares.
Yeah, and that's just, I mean, putting up over a point per game too at 15 against kids that are like 20. It's pretty goddamn impressive.
Yeah, so if there's any way he's still available at 3, you need to do it. Who is your second ranked pick right now on your draft board?
Man, dude, this is where it's like 4 people. Like it's literally like 1 and then 2 through 5 are the same, because I don't know. It's hard for me to decide, but if I were to take one, I would probably go Hagens. Just because of all the stuff we mentioned before, like he was ranked the number 1 and like didn't do anything wrong. Played fucking great, played amazing. And then teams were just like, these guys played better than what they were expected to play. So we're actually going to rank them higher than you now. So, what? What the fuck? Okay, whatever. I just there's like so many pluses for everybody that like I want to like throw out there, and then like each one has like one thing I can say like why I wouldn't want them to, because like Hagens is another undersized forward that like I don't know if we need to keep going that route, but he's so fucking good. It's like maybe just let it rip, dude. Like,
Yeah, so I have him as my number 2 as well. And my thought process immediately was the whole size thing, and I feel that the Hawks can get away with it with the one more like undersized skill guy, because and nobody can fault the Hawks for going that direction, because all they do is talk about how, oh my god, the Blackhawks need to get somebody to play with Bedard that's good enough to play with Bedard, and it's like the game is getting smaller in these small skill guys. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I know
it's cycles. That's all
it's
I'm gonna
cycle.
say.
Yeah. But it's like, and right now, I think the Hawks are in a position that they can get away with it. And I think, much like it's easier to find forwards after, outside the draft, where it's harder, you need to go defense when you have the opportunity. I think it's easier to find size guys to bring in as like the enforcer, protector, whatever role you want. And the skill guys like a Hagens is much harder to get, I think, on the open market. Like, it's not impossible, but if you have an opportunity to draft him and have his rights for how many years, like, I think you got to take that chance.
Yeah, I think that he just looks good. He's good. He's fucking good. That's all. I watching him at World Juniors, just like, damn, the kid's fucking good, dude.
Yeah. I mean, he's great, and
he's good. He's good, like offensively and defensively too.
Yeah. So, number 3. Do you want to go?
Sure. This is where, again, this guy could easily be 2, but like he could also be 5. I'm just staring at these 2. Probably just go Anton Frondel. Just because I like the idea of like the center position. Just like I said, like way before, like you can easily move somebody to the wing if you want to, but like having somebody that can take faceoffs. And this kid, he's a 2-way guy. You know, he can play both ends of the ice, but he's already been playing against men in the SHL.
Yeah.
Or he was in the hockey out of Sveskan, and he actually, I think, helped move his team up. I had read that somewhere too. Like, you know how they have like relegation and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, he helped move them up because it's like during the qualification, I guess, playoff or round or whatever, he had 7 points in 16 games.
Yeah, I mean, the kids
move that team up, bud.
Yeah. So he actually comes in at number 4 for me. I'm going with Port Martone as my 3rd guy. Just because it's like we already talked about. I mean, he's got the size, he's got the offensive skill. He's that 2-way player. People have compared him to like the Kitchucks, Getzloff type of guy, like in your face.
He also can handle the puck really well, and apparently he has a really good shot too.
I mean, this past season, 57 games, he's got 98 points. The year before, 60 games, 71 points. So it's like he's able to put the offense out there, which is size and offense is awesome. And you know what? Like we said, he can always get better with skating. And he really I like that size thing. It's like if you're not able to get the skill guy, let's go size and start getting some big boys.
The grittiness too. Not to mention, hey, unlike Misa, he made the World Junior team.
Yeah, with a whole 1 point in 3 games.
Yeah, I don't think he didn't get to play much. Dude, what a weird fucking Canada World Junior team.
Yeah, what was it like? 3 of the 4 players that put up 100+ points this past season weren't even invited to play. Like, I don't even think they were like in consideration or at the camp or something like that.
Yeah, it was just, I don't know what they were thinking. It's so weird.
So then I'm going Frondell at 4. Who are you going for?
It was Martone.
Martone. Okay. And then 5 is, I think, where it gets interesting.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of places or people or whatever are saying like Caleb Denoye. I want to say that's how its name is pronounced because he's in the fucking queue. So it was like it's got to be like French Canadian. I don't know. I just don't really fucking care for QMJHL players. There's also that Roger McQueen, but same thing as like Schaefer. Only played like a little bit of the season.
Yeah,
it's a power forward.
Dude, he's my 5.
6'5". Let's just go with that kid.
He's my 5th pick because he's got the offensive skill. There was one site I fucking deleted it and I can't find where I was reading it, but they're talking about how he has like a very sneaky good shot and that he could really be a unicorn in this draft with size and offensive skill and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, again, if you get to the point where the skill-based guys are off the board, like the undersized skill-based guys are off the board and you're looking to go big, fucking look at a kid that's 6'5" and can shoot the puck and be a power forward out there.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of those things that, like, if the Hawks have the opportunity to acquire a prospect and trade back to, like, 5 or 6, and it's like, okay, like, we lost out on Misa and Hagens, but, like, maybe Martone or McQueen are sitting there, just kind of be like, okay, we got a prospect and we got a fucking monster to go with him. Like, I'd be pretty happy with that.
Yeah. Are you going him 5 then?
Yeah, I would probably just go him 5. I like that better than the other kid. I would probably change my mind like later on because there's also
right.
Like,
so we're gonna do this.
There's the like Jake O'Brien kid that like people have been kind of every once in a while throwing in the top 3, but like he's got ties with like Lardis and Van Acker because they played for the Brantford Bulldogs. The other thing too is like the Frondell he signed an extension so he wouldn't even be in the NHL next year anyway too.
Oh really?
Yeah, he's already got an extension going with the Djurgårdens IF team that he plays for. So
that's something too to look at. Like you gotta weigh the
spends another year in Sweden.
Or does he have an opt-out clause? Like
I don't know.
One of those things where it's like as long as he's on the NHL team, he can stay.
Oh, maybe, but I feel like his extension was literally signed. From what I saw, was like in middle of March.
Okay. So
I think that his intention is to
play next year.
Is to go back to Sweden for that season.
So we'll revisit these rankings in a few weeks. I feel like we should do 3 of them.
Sure.
A preliminary, a midterm one, quote unquote midterm, and then we'll do one like right before the actual draft and just kind of see. Because I mean, as the time goes and the more time we have to like more information comes out on these players, we're able to get more deep information and understanding the type of players they are.
Yeah, I can't wait till like they do like until they do like the combine and shit too.
Yeah. So I mean that's gonna be great. And I honestly, yeah, man, if Schaefer goes 1,
it doesn't either way. I think Schaefer is off the board at 3.
Yeah,
I think he goes 1 or 2 because both of those teams need defense.
It's Islanders are going either. I feel it's Hagen or Schaefer. I mean, it's between those two. They're not taking Misa. It's I don't know. I think if they're gonna go forward in that position and pass on Schaefer, it's gonna be for the hometown kid.
But here's the thing though. Like they don't have a GM. Do you like actually that could be I'm both ways on this now because like if you get a brand new GM come in and he wants to ignite this fan base with like some excitement, Hagens is an easy pick to do that. Or you just are a brand new GM in a new location and you're like, my ties aren't really here right now because I'm still just setting up. And it's like, I'm drafting best possible. It's like, you're probably going to go Misa or Schaefer.
Personally, I think that the Islanders are set up here for the perfect PR, feel good story and going Hagens. And I don't know if that's just me trying to be optimistic that the Hawks will have a chance at Misa, but it's like, I
the hockey
really
gods
think,
handed it to them.
right. Like it just seems like everything is set up for a kid that is a legitimate first overall pick player. He is
you know what's funny is I feel like if the Islanders had won second overall instead, they're probably just going Hagens without a doubt because Schaefer's off the board at 1, right? So then they're guaranteeing like Hagens because it's between Hagens and Misa at that point, and it's like, why not take the hometown kid? And we are fucking flying high out of there with Misa.
Oh yeah,
but because of this swap with 1 and 2, it's like fuck. Well,
I don't know, man.
Like, what if one of those two teams fucking makes a trade too? Like, there's like so many things that can happen.
What if they trade with each other?
That's possible because that's a better situation for us, I think, because then that means San Jose is going Schaefer, and I feel like that would mean the Islanders are comfortable with taking Hagens because they'd probably acquire something else in return for that first overall pick.
I don't know. I still think like everything in my gut right now is telling me it's gonna go Hagens, Schaefer, Misa.
I hope we get something stupid exciting on that day. It never ends up being fucking exciting in the first like 2 picks, like for like trades or anything. But it would be so nice. That'd be so cool. Even like if the Hawks made a trade. What if the Hawks move up? Like, what the fuck are we doing here? Hawks move up to 1, take Schaefer. We're like, what is happening?
What is going on? Levshinov and Korchinski both get traded. Hawks move into like the top 5 again, and then they go and they get Jesus. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, my gut's telling me the 1, and it's been a week. I was flip-flopping a lot last year, and it's been a week, and I'm still feeling very confident in that route. But we'll see. Like I said, we'll revisit this in a few weeks and kind of see where we're at. So moving on, talking about what the Blackhawks are going to look like next year. Still no word on head coaching situation.
We don't need a head coach. You just have Nick Foligno be captain and coach.
Fucking slap shot this bitch.
Yeah, dude.
But
why not?
Coaches are coming off the board. Dave Carl signs an extension at Denver. So not only is he not coming to Chicago, he's not coming to the NHL. He's staying at Denver. Mike Sullivan goes to the Rangers.
Quenneville goes to Anaheim.
Which, in this day and age, the internet took that completely sanely and was very respectful on how they addressed that announcement.
It was, it's funny on 32 Thoughts. Oh my God, Kyle Blackhawks made the connection of like, do you think that this attracts possibly like Jonathan Toews to Anaheim? Just like making the connection with Quenneville. And then I get like a fucking like notification that there's like an article I might be interested in on my phone. And it's like, Jonathan Toews going to Anaheim, like, and it's like per insiders on E32 Thoughts, like there's connections. And I'm like, what, like who are writing these articles? It's like, it wasn't even a rumor. It was just a thought.
It's like one of those things like, okay, Q's back in the league. He's got a great relationship with Toews. Toews is trying to get back to prove what better situation than 2 guys who've been out for a while to come back together to prove that they are still a force to be in the NHL.
Dude, I get so many stupid fucking like articles recommended to me that are just like presented as rumors and like all this other bullshit. Like there was the one with like the Hawks trading with Buffalo and like we're going to give up our 3rd overall pick for their 9th to get Peterka and Bowen Byram, but
also
we're also going
Reichel and Nolan Allen
and Laurent Brossoit. And I'm just like, this isn't an article that's like a rumor. This is like somebody came up with an idea for a trade, albeit a fucking garbage one. And then there's I've seen it in multiple places. I'm just like, this isn't news. This is fucking stupid. Like,
it's the shit that we do on here for fucking fun.
Yeah, and it's just like, why don't people start fucking writing articles about what we say then? Like per NHL insiders on WCB podcast, the Hawks might take one of 5 guys at 2, but they're probably guaranteed Misa, but they might drop back in a trade, or they might trade up to first overall and take Schaefer.
Per WCB podcast, the Blackhawks will select somebody in the first round of the upcoming NHL draft.
Yeah, that's a hot article right there.
It's just everybody trying to be these insiders and all that kind of stuff, and it's like most of the time it's like you're taking stuff from other people and trying to pawn it off as your own, but you're taking from people that are also trying to make up something or find, it's just like it's the infinity circle nonstop. Oh, this person says this, so let me take that. Oh, but that person says that, let me take it. It's like, unless you hear it from like the major guys, Friedman or Bob McKenzie or Dredger or any of those guys, it's like don't give it any extra time of day.
Yeah, it's the worst.
But back to the whole coaching stuff. Coaches are coming off the board. Hawks, as far as we know, they've had to have talked to guys, but they haven't made it known who they're talking to. You got guys like Mike Sullivan coming off the board. Rick Tocchet is apparently 3 teams. What was Philly, Boston, and I forgot there was one other one.
Pittsburgh?
But Pittsburgh maybe? Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know.
But it's kind of getting to the point too where it's like, all right, well, is it easier to just go with Anders Sorensen again and just run with him and potentially
as an interim still,
quote unquote interim, yeah, and just like you said earlier, once Jim Montgomery becomes available, the Hawks version of Jim Montgomery comes available, you shit can him and you go get that guy. It's like I don't know what the point at this point. I don't know what the play is.
Yeah, I think they're just smooth sailing, and like I'm kind of hoping now that like Florida collapses and then they fire Paul Maurice. I know, but
not this year at least.
I'm dreaming.
Yeah,
like that would be great. I don't know, like just fucking hire Gallant.
Yeah, I think it was 32 Thoughts. Friedman was saying that Gallant and Lafayette are both guys that want another opportunity to prove that what both, ironically enough, they're both their last coaching situations were with the Rangers, that it wasn't all on them and that they could still, be a factor in coaching, which I truly think they could be.
Yeah, I would gladly take either of those two.
Yeah. So that's just something to keep an eye on going forward. It sounded like they wanted to do it quicker than they hired Luke Richardson. So I believe that was like June or something, or late May maybe. So we're kind of coming up on that same time frame for when they want to hire this next head coach. 2 quick things of note here. Rockford got reverse swept against Milwaukee in the second round of the playoffs. Got bounced.
The kids they couldn't figure it out,
but they got the experience, and that's all that matters. And it's super exciting for the future next season.
Yeah, I feel like that's like a really harsh reality that they just faced of like something that's completely possible, and like good thing it happened in the AHL, so that like when they do make the playoffs come the time in the NHL, they're like fucking know how to close a series out.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, dude, that's so shit, but hey, it is what it is.
The other thing, the World Championships is going on. Just a quick little note, Frankie Nazar and Lucas Reichel are both tied for third in points with 4 each. Nazar's got 2 goals, 2 assists in 3 games, and Reichel has 1 goal, 3 assists in 3 games as well. They're the only Hawks that come up on the top 25 here. So, hey, hopefully Reichel finds his game and is able to translate it to his training. And Nazar's still feeling it. And the last bit of news for Hawks, I mean, it's NHL talk, but it's could affect the Hawks this offseason, is offer sheet compensation levels were released today, with a lot of thoughts about the Hawks being aggressive this offseason and a few RFA targets about Matthew Knies potentially on the Hawks radar. It was interesting to see these come out to kind of see where they can go and what they would lose depending on how much they offer. I think it's safe to say that the Hawks are probably losing at least a first and a third if they want to get a Matthew Knies sign, which would be over 4.68 million and just under.
It's probably be a first, second, and third.
I think so too. So 4.68 to 7 million to 7,020,000 is a first and a third, and then over 7 under 9.3 is a first, second, and third. Other than that, I don't think the Hawks are going to be going up to 2 first, 1 second, 1 third, or 4 first round picks for anybody right now. But me and you had not different sights on that. I'm totally okay losing a first, second, and third if we get Matthew Knies and Misa in the draft. But you think that's dumb.
I do think it's dumb because I don't think you give up your first rounder for next year when it's Gavin McKenna in the draft.
But if you get those players, you're not going to be. I don't think the Hawks are going to be in. I realistically, honestly, don't think the Hawks are going to have a great shot at first.
Yeah, you don't need a great shot. 3.5% is all it takes. That's all you need.
Well, yeah, I think you're wrong, but whatever.
Oh, that's fine. But I'm just saying, why would you want to give up a shot at Gavin McKenna? Like, he's fucking related. He's related to Bedard. They need to play together.
Yeah, then you hope fucking Florida tanks.
I don't know. I don't think so.
You still got the Florida pick.
That is true. That's gonna be good. We'll get that one. Yeah. That's gonna be the one.
Wrapping up here, let's just do a quick playoff update. What's the score right now? 3-1 Dallas. Okay, so Dallas is looking like they're gonna go up 3-1 in this series. Hellebuck continues to prove that he.
Oh, Granlund's got a hat trick.
Oh shit!
Yeah, dude.
What a trade.
The other Finn that they got. Yeah.
Hellebuck is proving to be a liability once again in the playoffs on the road. Is it safe to declare the Jets officially the lease of the West?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That was pretty obvious.
Okay. Other series in the West, Edmonton's up 3-1 on Vegas. Edmonton just continued to proving me wrong. I always feel like they just don't have it. Game 4 was a big one for Stuart Skinner to get that win and for the momentum and just confidence there.
Yeah. Yeah, Edmonton, I don't fucking know. I feel like it doesn't matter who plays Dallas.
Dallas is going to the Cup.
Yeah. Like they have Heiskanen back now. They've been doing this without Heiskanen for a while, or the whole time. They were doing the whole first round without both Heiskanen and Robertson. Mikko Rantanen's just disgusting. And obviously, like, Granlund is benefiting from that too.
Dude, coming into this one, it was what? 10 games and Rantanen's got 19 points before game 4 tonight. Like,
yeah, he had other than like before that shutout, or actually after the shutout, it doesn't matter because it was like in the 4-game span from game 7 to game 3, he had like 10 or 11 points. Something like that points.
Yeah,
it's like something stupid,
including 2 4-point periods. in within 3 periods of hockey of each other. Like that's just stupid.
He took a period off and then he scored another 4 points.
Yeah. In the East, you got Carolina with a stranglehold on that one. They're up 3-1. I just
Carolina's
think
just stupid good too.
Yeah, I think Washington, like they overperformed this season. They did a lot better than I think anybody would have thought they would have. It was a lot to do with Ovechkin, and his chase for Gretzky, I think. And it's just they're coming back down to earth a little bit, and there's no shame in that. I think they played a fucking great season. So if this ends in Game 5 for them, I mean, keep your heads held up high. You proved a lot of people wrong this season.
Yeah, that's true.
And then the final one, Florida, Toronto. And this one is just...
The collapse is going to continue.
Dude, it's just... I just don't understand Toronto, man. You go from game two... What was it, game 2.5, essentially, where it looked like it was dumb. It was the series was theirs. This is the year. They're finally going to do it. And then after the second period or halfway through the second period of game 3, they let Florida back into it, let Florida be Florida, and just bully them. And then now they are just not looking. They're looking like the team that they usually look like in the first round.
Yeah, I mean, this is the second time that they've made it to the second round, facing Florida for a second time in that second round. Hey, they have one more win than last time, don't they?
They do.
Maybe it's, see them again next year in the second round and maybe get a third win. But
every 4 years, you move on.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean?
I think that next year we go back to a first round exit for them, and then a year or two down the line, maybe they get to the second round one more time. It's just crazy to me. Like, you spend so much money on these premier players that where the fuck are they?
Yeah, I mean, Austin Matthews in 9 career second round playoff games, he's got 0 goals. I mean, he's got to be hurt or something. I mean, their offense is deciding to just go MIA at the worst possible fucking time.
You mean the classic time?
Yeah.
Fucking playoffs?
That's fair. But yeah, again, I think they've proven to me that they can make the pass to the first round. Cool. I will start giving you benefit of the doubt going on now.
Yeah, 2 times in 10 years.
Yeah. But now it's like, okay, you got to make it to the conference finals for me to believe you.
Just go ahead and keep paying your players more than everybody else to make it to the halfway through the fucking second round.
Even more reason for me to say stay the fuck away from Marner come free agency.
I'm just curious if I would need them to play better so that it's guaranteed that they can't afford Knies, because they need to sign Marner. They need to sign Tavares. But if they fucking falter like this and Marner continues to not take a shot on goal, he's easily gone, and they'll work it out where they, sign Knies to whatever. I don't know how much cap space they have.
Probably none.
They have 26 million in cap space.
And Marner wants 14.
Yeah. And I'm sure Knies is going to be 8.5.
He'll probably be close to that Wyatt Johnson deal, I think.
It's Canada, though. So you got to pay the Canadian tax.
Yeah, that's true.
Wyatt Johnston would have been more if he was outside
somewhere
of
else.
Dallas.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, Matty Knies is probably going to be anywhere between 7.5 to 9.5.
Oof.
Yeah, dude. Having a great playoffs, too.
The kid fucking could fly. There was one play, I can't remember what game it was, but it was totally a set play, face-off play, defensive zone. Toronto wins it. Knies just takes out, and I think it was McCabe maybe just flings it down the ice.
Little rodeo.
It was fucking. I'm like, dude, that kid can fucking book it. He is a Chicago Blackhawks style player.
Yeah, I mean, if the Hawks are comfortable with giving up a first, second, and third for him, like, hey, that's fine.
Would you trade third overall to get his rights?
Maybe. I just don't know if Toronto would be like, yeah, let me get third overall.
I mean, you could replace him with the Hagens.
Yeah. Or a Martone.
Yeah, I mean,
see, that's where I'd rather just draft, though.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah,
because the cap situation. It's like you're better off with like the rookie deal and building the player that you want.
If the Hawks were like verge of competing, you know, like, and they just had a bad season, fell into that third overall pick, and it's like, okay, next year is going to be a playoff year.
Dude, it's going to end up being like the Minnesota Wild making a move. Actually, I don't know if they have cap space, but I could see that.
The cap's coming off those cap penalties.
Yeah, that's right. But I think that they've signed extensions to kind of fill in. Maybe not. No, they don't have any like new extensions kick. Oh yeah, they do. Brock Faber, $8.5 million. It still kind of leaves them a little bit of room. But do they have their first rounders still? They do not. Never mind. I was gonna say I could see like Minnesota like offering their first rounder because it would have been like mid round for like just the signing rights to Matty Knies. Like bring him. He's from Minnesota, isn't he? Yeah, let me find out. Arizona. Never mind.
But he's still a U.S. guy, so I mean, he would probably want to come back to the States.
He played for Minnesota, right? University of Minnesota. Yes, he did. Okay, good. So I can see him doing that. That'd be kind of sick. I would hate that though, personally, as a Hawks fan.
Yeah, 100%.
But you gotta imagine like one of those teams that's got like a mid-round pick. If they had the cap space to sign Knies, like if I was one of those teams, I would be like, hey, I'll give you this first for signing rights to Knies.
What about trading Toronto back to their first?
Oh yeah, fuck it. I'd do that.
A little bit extra.
I would do that easily. Absolutely. Fucking here, take that back.
Take that back and another, maybe like a future second, or like a defenseman or something.
I honestly like, I would even give him the Florida one. Just be like, fuck it, here, take these two. We'll take Matty Knies. We'll keep our first for next year. Because like if you're not signing the offer sheet, keep your first for next year and all your original picks, and just give up the Florida pick and their pick back to them.
Fair, yeah.
Fuck it, why not? 2 firsts that are late rounders rather than a possible top 10, and like a couple, early second, early third.
I can see it.
Matty Knies. Maybe you can be a Blackhawk.
You are a Blackhawk. You and Misa. Let's go.
Yeah, right.
All right. Episode 319. What do you want to call it?
Oh, God. Fucking way too early draft talk.
All right. Make sure to follow us.
I was going to say draft rankings 1 of 3.
Like way too early.
Yeah.
All right. Make sure to follow us on your favorite podcast platform, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, the big 2. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, social media at WCB Podcast, and we will see you on the next one.
All righty. Love you, boys. Bye.
Thanks for listening to the WCB Podcast. Be sure to subscribe wherever you heard this podcast. To connect with Jarom and Tanner, check out the boys at WCB Podcast on all social media. We'll see you next time.